Hi there. I wanted to come on and test out some new makeup products. I'm gonna do some comparisons. So I have my old Guerlain Meteorites, and I wanted to compare that to the Givenchy Prism Libre powder. So let's see what that looks like. Also, I have some eyebrow. I picked up this set from ABH. It's this cute little eyebrow set that's at Sephora right now. So I wanted to test those products, and compare it to the eyebrow gel that I already have from ABH. We'll do some regular makeup, kind of my everyday routine. And I also wanted to test out this Hourglass palette on my skin tone. I know this is meant for a deeper complexion, but it looks really pretty, and I just want to see what it looks like on me. I hadn't really seen many people do that kind of comparison. So let's see how it goes. Let's get into it. I have on my Bombshell workout outfit from earlier. One of my faves. Did a little Pilates class earlier, so I'm feeling good. It was a different class. It was like a bar Pilates combo class. Let me know what your favorite workouts are, and if you've tried bar or Pilates, let me know. So I also have this little primer. I got a sample. I want to test this out first. Yep, so it just says foundation primer. I've never seen a primer with a spatula before. That's different. I'll put a little bit on. I have no idea how much to use. I've never used this before. I don't normally wear primers. It's got a pretty strong fragrance. Feels really smooth, really silky, really silicone feeling, not sticky at all. So I like this for a non-sticky, really smoothing primer. So I'll let that set for a second. How's everybody doing today? It's Friday. It's almost Halloween. Got a double shot of espresso here. And next thing I'm going to do is go in with my concealer, my Dior Backstage concealer. A tiny little breakout here. I tried a new skincare product, and good thing about having really reactive, sensitive skin, if there is a good thing, is that I know right away if a product does not agree with me. I can put it on at night and know by the next morning I'll get these little teeny tiny little breakouts. So that one's a no for me. Let's see how that looks. So I really wanted to come on here and just talk about makeup. I want to talk about what gets me excited in makeup, some of the new products that are out. My cat, anytime I'm recording, my cat wants to come up here. I really don't know why. So that primer made it so my concealer didn't do what it normally does. Let me try that. Let me try that again. a little better. It's almost like it's too slippery, if that's possible. Okay, let's see how that looks next with the foundation. So this is the Chanel Water Fresh Complexion Touch. I always do 1.5 to 2 pumps on my hand and then just spread that around with my fingers. That's what they told me to do at the Chanel counter at Saks. I met the nicest lady, the sales associate at my local Saks Fifth Ave. She was so sweet, and I actually got her Instagram, and she does professional makeup here locally. So that was really nice to meet somebody in the industry. She was super helpful. She said just make sure you have good skincare down and use your fingers for this one. And this is my go-to everyday foundation. Let me see how that looks. It looks really good. So it looks really nice over the primer, really soft and smooth. I'm not sure what was going on with the concealer there. All right, let's get into it. I picked this up and I think I made a mistake. I think I'm crazy, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how crazy I am. I want to see what this looks like on my skin tone. I couldn't really find anybody testing it. Most people were picking out the one that works for them. So with this collection, there's a light one that's the butterfly, a medium elephant, and then the deeper one, which is the tiger, which is this one. And not too many people were picking up my complexion, were picking up the tiger one, which makes sense. But I want to see what this finishing shade looks like as a bronzer. Because when I swatched it in store, it was so pretty. But unfortunately, why I think that this was a mistake is I don't think I can use many of the other shades. So that finishing powder is beautiful as a bronzer. So here's the deal. I have still the Ghost palette from 3 years ago, I think 3-4 years ago now, and I'm almost done with it. So I need a new one. I was trying to decide which one I wanted to get. It's interesting because this blush is the same. This iridescent rose that was in this one is actually featured in the Tiger palettes, this one right here. So I was like, well, that's the same. I just want to try it out. I'm not quite sure. I think after testing this out, I need to just go and get the butterfly with those really pretty finishing powders. I think that Hourglass does finishing powder perfectly. I'm not quite sure about the other products. The blush, not really my favorite. And typically their bronzers are not really my favorite. So after this, I have decided that this is not the palette for me. But I do want to go ahead and just show you what everything looks like. Before we do that, I want to test out the finishing powders that I do have. So we're going to do a comparison. I have the Guerlain Meteorites in shade 2. And I want to compare that with the Prism Libre Givenchy. So with this one, I know this has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but we're gonna just see. We'll see which one looks better. So I typically use this airbrush powder brush from It Cosmetics. Just swirl it around. This does have a fragrance. So to me, the concept is the same. You have these little color correcting shades. Look how similar these are. When I saw this, I was like, oh, it's the same concept. So you open it up, there's a little poof. Look at that. Tell me that's not super similar. This one is the fairest one. So it's meant to brighten. So this is number 1. And this one is matte. So we have the Guerlain powder down. Let's go in with the Givenchy. See if we can tell a difference. I'm super curious. So for this, they said to just dump a little bit out. Okay, so we got a little bit right there. And I'm gonna use the same brush. Yeah, I'll use the same brush. And they said to pat that on. This one also has a fragrance. Slightly stronger fragrance, but I think because I haven't had it as long. Guerlain I've had forever. Also, you get way more product with the Guerlain. It is more expensive. I think this one's around $80, $90. This one was almost $60, but it has almost half the product in it. Both of these products will last forever. So that's why I wanted to pick one. So I'm looking. There's the matte. So you can see that little bit of a sheen versus the matte. And I think, just looking at it right now, that I think I still like the Guerlain better. But let's get everything on and then we can see. So that was a fun little comparison that I wanted to try out. I don't know how impressed I am with this powder. It's not really doing too much. Going under the eye. At least for my style of makeup, I don't wear a heavy full coverage foundation. I use a really light concealer. I do like the powder. I think it helps the powder products go on a little bit better, a little bit more seamless. And I like a really light powder. So both of those are beautiful powders. I just think I like the Guerlain a little better. So let's go back in here. So what I'm almost thinking I should do is get this either as a single or in, I think they have a trio of finishing powders that might work as a bronzer. I don't know. Maybe that's just silly. Tell me if that's just silly. Am I being ridiculous? I feel like I'm just being ridiculous and trying to make things work that aren't really supposed to work for me. But honestly, I was just curious. This is curiosity. So we have the blush, Iridescent Rose. I know this one works. Right there. Pretty. And I do want to go in with, what are they calling this one? Metallic Strobe. So this is the highlight powder. This one right here. And I also think this is really pretty. So for me, I know I can get 3 of the 6 shades to work for me, but I don't think that's necessarily worth buying the whole palette for. Even though I was super attracted to this one, and I think it's really pretty. And there you go there. But you can see, let me just test out the other ones just so you can see. This is the Metallic Strobe Divine Strobe Light. So put that one right there. This one's a maybe. I think for the right occasion, maybe evening, this one could actually work. See that there? It's a little too dark of a color, but still blends really well with the other shades. And just soften that a little bit. Okay. Next we have 2 blushes. Yes, 2 blushes. So Burnish Glow is this one right here, and Copper Strobe Flash. So one is the blush and the other one is a highlight. I know this will not work on me. I'm just looking at the complexion. Let's try the copper. So I'm going to use my Chikuhodo really lightly, and go just right there. Very coppery. I think it's just a little too, it's just too much. See there? See it more on that side. That's the lighting. And then just for fun, so you can see all shades, this is the strobe powder. So that's that one there. So obviously that's not going to work at all. Really pretty. I'm actually happy that these don't work on me very well. That makes sense. But you can kind of pull it off for certain occasions. I just don't think it's worth it for me, for the way I wear makeup and for the way that I wear, really for the way that I wear Hourglass products. I'll have to look outside and see what I think. So this was a little experiment, and I believe I've concluded, just based on my personal preferences and how I wear my makeup, that this is not the one for me. And I most likely will pick up the Butterfly. A lot of those are repeat shades, so I'm kind of waiting just to finish the last little bit of this one. Let's use it up. So before I get into the other products, I wanted to use this Atomic Shake. Is that what it's called? Atomic Shake Lip Lacquer. Ooh, Atomic Shake Lip Lacquer. So this one you do have to shake up. This is a really fun product. It's a little tricky to put on. So let's see. Okay. The key to this is just to let it set. So that was one coat. Just let it set for about a minute. And then we'll go back and do a little touch up. I thought that would be fun to wear with the copper tones. So that's why I picked that one out. It's actually cute. I'm not mad at it. You can see it's just too much of a cast right there. My skin feels really good. Let's see if we can see a difference between the powders. So I'm definitely liking the Guerlain side better as far as this finishing powders. Let's see how the lips are doing. Okay, last comparison that I wanted to try out is eyebrows. So this is the brow gel that I normally use, that I like. This is their clear brow gel, ABH. And then I got this really cute little set. So I want to see if there's a difference. Go back in. I think this is a really fun color for fall, winter. Cute. It is a BITCH to get off, let me tell you that. But will last all day. Okay, so we did the eyebrow gel on this eyebrow. It's cute. Again, my typical go-to. So this set came with the eyebrow freeze, so this is going to be a stronger hold. The eyebrow powder in taupe. The two-tone there, and an eyebrow spoolie brush. So first of all, I want to see if this is worth it as a set. I thought this was a cute set. This was $29. It says it's a $53 value. So they said to just roll your brush in there. And let's look. Alright, so both of these work really well. There's no flaking. It's not doing anything weird. And the eyebrow freeze, as you would think, is a much stronger hold. I'm just thinking with the way that I do makeup. I need all that. I know they look the same. My eyebrows are microbladed. They're gonna look the same. Let's do a little bit of the powder. And then I'm just gonna throw on some bronzer, or the finishing powder bronzer in the crease, and some mascara. Okay, so I'm taking the darker shade. I really just want to fill in the bottom. I'm going to do that to both sides. Comb it through. It's a nice eyebrow powder. It's cute. It comes with a little mirror. The brush is nice. I think this is a great little set if you're looking for these type of products. If you want a strong hold, I do like the ABH brow freeze. It hasn't even set down yet. Yeah, I think for me there is a little bit of flaking, and that drives me. I don't like flaking in the eyebrow. Let's just finish with the eyes and take a last little look. So all I'm gonna do for this one is take my Marc Jacobs super fluffy crease brush and go in the crease. Using the finishing powder. It's really simple, giving some definition. I think that's a great soft look for such a bold eye color, so that looks fantastic. Kind of see what the look is looking like. Mascara, my favorite, Benefit. Nobody ever puts on mascara like that, do they? They don't look directly into the camera and put on mascara like that. I think there's a reason why. Alright, so conclusions. Primer's cute. Not sure why my concealer was acting weird. I think that was a me problem. I do prefer the OG, the original Guerlain, original to me, Guerlain Meteorites over the Givenchy Prism Libre. I think because this is too matte for me, and I feel like they do the same thing in concept. So what did we learn? I think we learned that I enjoy my original products better than the new ones. Yeah, even just the way the eyebrows feel, this is very soft. This does what I need it to do, just given my makeup style, and this is a little bit too, it's just too much. I don't need it. I don't want it. Hourglass, beautiful. I wish it worked more for me. It just doesn't. I think that finishing powder bronzer color is gorgeous, and if anything I would get it just in a single shade. but the other products, it's just not worth it. It doesn't have the finishing powders that I need for my skin tone, which makes sense. It's not meant for me. I really just wanted to get on here and try it out and just see what it was gonna look like. Lip lacquer, super cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. This was a really casual just comparison. Let's put on some makeup. Let's hang out. Again, I'm Dr. Dawn. On this channel, we talk about all things feminine empowerment. That includes some shopping, some beauty, lifestyle, and so much more. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and take care. Bye.